time to pack your bags, time to get out of the Clover Kingdom. Heck, it's time to get out of, like, the Diamond Kingdom and every other kingdom there is and just get out of this entire country altogether. Because Leet has unleashed true terror. He has absolutely unleashed the resurrection of the elf tribe, and, well, a lot of people thinking that, yep, you know, it's clearly going to go to the dark side in some way. Yeah, there's a little bit of a twist with that, because, one, it wasn't of his own will, and also, as well, Aster has lost more than one comrade. He has lost nearly a quarter of his own Black Bull Brigade because of this situation, and as well of the Golden Dawn. And it is insane from this chapter, like, how many people we've lost and actually gone to the other side. And there's been hints about this as well with certain characters, so I'm definitely very excited to talk about this one, since, like, clearly, like, we've been talked about once or twice before about the elves, and there was, like, a picture where it was like, here's all the elves when they were happy, and it was like, oh look, there's this certain similar character designs. And I will say this and all that, because clearly, as well, this did take me by surprise as well, where I was like, oh shit, like, although it did give you a hot take where it's go, oh my god, that's what that picture was. That was showing some of the people, and it was like, there were a lot of familiar character designs there, and unfortunately I've been so toned off at this point when it comes to people using similar character designs, because that's just what happens to their style after a while. Some characters kind of meld into other. Obviously Kubo, a lot of the characters looking a lot like each other. Same thing with, like, sort of like Kishimoto and like a few others, so I just got turned off by that. But it was like, no, when we saw someone that looked like Gauch, that's because that was him. That was a reincarnation of him as a fucking human. Like, we're seeing him from, like, an elf and now his current human form. And then there is a lot of people, because the forbidden magic that he's dropped upon here, like, everyone, we've got a serious situation. And now the fact that the Clover Kingdom has literally just handed Leet or the White Knight Eyes their entire army just right in front of their doorstep. So let's talk about the evil eye that, like, pretty much he was using throughout this entire time. So the start of this chapter is that we got to see the third eye. We get to see how he was brought back to, like, bringing all these people. And he's like, you know, it is difficult to kind of bring back some of my comrades, clearly, and all that. Like, you see with Laya, you get to see, like, with Vito, with Fauna. Like, you're seeing that he's, like, he's clearly bringing these people back. However, he has the same situation where it's like, these are the human descent. These are their human reincarnations, and clearly this isn't as strong as they can possibly be. But this was some of the main people. He was like, I need these people back, and he's sticking to the lie. He's sticking to the name of Leet. Like, even though clear, I think, like, people at the end was able to, like, figure out his name. I think his actual Leet's real name is, like, Patry or, like, Patry. I don't honestly know how you pronounce it, but we're gonna say, like, Patry or, like, Patry for now. Like, but one thing that makes me wonder, especially now that they've been resurrected, and clearly when we get to see what happens to fucking Radis, Sally, and that other piece of shit, when they're like, oh, your precious comrades, oh, it is like, you're trying to deceive us. It's like, you were. Yeah, you were all precious indeed to bring back my real comrades, as, like, you see them all just turn into fucking, like, burnt skeletons right in front of their eyes. And there's a part of me where it's like, no, Sally, no. I like Sally. Right, he was alright. The other guy, I mean, hey, he teleported, so there was that. So with the free souls there, it makes me wonder, is like, were those especially, like, including, like, all of his other comrades as well, which he clearly sacrificed, I'm wondering if those three could actually symbolize, like, Laya coming back, because Laya, like, clearly I think is going to come back in his actual body. It just depends. The only one that's really in the dark right now is Vito, because Vito was already destroyed. So I kind of wonder about that, if Vito is perchance going to have a comeback. Fana, I think, is probably a definite, although it's a little bit hazy, because, like, Fana was able to come back and actually get rid of the eye, so that could think well, where, like, this could be a reason where Mars actually comes back to, like, he actually goes to the Clover Kingdom, and he's like, even if it isn't the full alliance, we could have a little bit of the Clover and Diamond alliance, where it's like, look, I need to go and get my girl back, we need to go and get your friends back, we're calling a fucking truce, and we are going to get all of our friends back. Now, here's the really concerning part of this chapter. because of how many people are actually elves. Pretty much everyone that was gifted, everyone that had some serious combat power, with a very few exceptions on there. Like, clearly, obviously, the main character, Asta, isn't an elf. Like, there's a lot more going to him, so kind of more supports the whole demon side of the argument for the most part. However, I have actually written up the list of the people that are actually on here. So let's put on the biggest problem right now, like, who are elves. Yuno, Klaus, Fragile, Luck, Gauch, Mary, Hammond, Nils, Paulie, Ruben, Siren, and we've got Fana here in a question mark at the moment, because clearly she is of elf descent, but whether or not she'll be resurrected, like Vito as well as the big question mark. And then after that, we have the Azure Deer Captain. The people we know so far that aren't to be elves is Silver, the entire Noelle and the rest of her family, Mimosa, so clearly the Million family isn't affected by this, Asta isn't affected by this, neither is Gray, neither is Gordon. Like, there is quite a few characters that haven't been affected, but we are losing 2 Bull members because of this. Like, we're losing Gauch and we're losing Luck, which Luck, no, don't take Luck away from me. Don't take Luck away from me. I like Luck. And I'm like, so that is a problem. As, like, literally Asta is screaming out lies, like, what the hell are you doing? Is like, this is the end of the time for you humans. And you see, like, Mimosa is literally, like, shocked. She looks like she's about to cry. And she's like, oh, what's happening, guys? You're acting all really weird all of a sudden. And you see, like, you see Patri, you see, like, out of everyone, like, on there, it's like all their comrades just complete turn on. You get to see a good shot as well with Klaus. Like, he's got the ears, he's got the elf ears back, he's got, like, as well, he's got the mark on his face, and it's like, oh, that's a fucking problem. That we just came here to hand deliver your troops. We literally just delivered you half your army. So now we can even see this in the Clover Kingdom as well. There is madness going on right now. There is absolute chaos, like, for their revenge. You see people just activating their powers on the street. That's not including Gauch is actually turning on Gordon and Gray at the moment, like, releasing his powers. Holy, yeah, that's a lot to go. I know, like, clearly, I think a lot of people did have issues with how the last week's chapter was. Personally, I liked it because that was a kind of a cool reveal, but I think one thing that we can agree is that it could have been told a little better with the reveal, because I think the problem was a lot of people got confused by that chapter, and they had to, which then again, it's like, it shouldn't be as fucking easy as saying, this is this guy, this is it. And this is what I like as well. And it's like, there's a really good twist in this series where it's like, no, fuck you, it isn't a fucking Sasuke retrieval. It's, you have to get back 15 of your fucking comrades. And that's the question of, like, some of those people on there where it's like, you know, clearly that's going to be a huge to go. And it's like, who did he resurrect as? And, you know, obviously I still put my best that he could either perhaps be the kid, or he could actually be Leet. That's where that's going at the moment, where he's either the real Leet or he is Leet's child. So still, like, complete bets onto that. Like, Gauch, we can see that he's, like, clearly a clear friend. He's an ally on there. And I'd like to see what Luck is. Like, generally, that interests me is, like, who exactly was Luck before this time. And the thing I want to think is that Luck is completely sane. I like to say, like, people, they still kind of act the same, and that's going to be a whole big thing coming into it, whereas, like, they still had their elf memories, and also as well, like, their human memories. They're still the same people for the most part. So that might be a very interesting thing to go around with, whereas, like, Luck's still the same kind of person, where it's like, no, I'm actually just still want to be looking for combat, I want to look for fighters and all that. I'm just going to go with these guys because they're stronger at the moment. I would kind of like that, the Luck. Is he a Dear Captain? Like, maybe. Like, honestly, we know so little, like, about him, but there is a clear, like, candidates that we can have here, where it's like, no, it has to be of these certain people, so I like it's saying, like, so far what we know with everyone around us is that it seems like the Silver family is safe for now. It seems like the Millionth family, the Blue Roses, the Green Mantises, and well, I think there was 1 or 2 purple orcas in there, but it's like, those are the families that are safe and out, and surprise, surprise, a huge chunk of the Golden Dawn members, like, went into this. Like, he's probably, I would like to say, after this, he has taken about, out of all their military might, and, like, clearly some of their strongest players, and, like, 2 of, like, the Black Bulls who are pretty strong as well, 30-40% of his troop, and that's not including Julius, so Julius made a big chunk of this as well. It's like, we've got a situation, and God, I cannot wait for the next chapter for this, because this is going to be fucking really interesting when we get into this, when we get, like, how is people gonna handle, like, fighting themselves, how, like, with their own comrades, how are they gonna deal with, like, suddenly being resurrected as elves, because we can clearly see, like, Klaus just immediately 180'd straight on, like, Mimosa. Mimosa, you need to get the hell out of there. That's the thing. Melaleona, you need to grab the people you do know that are good people, and bounce. You need to grab Asta, you need to grab Zora was the one we didn't see, so like, I think because Zora's brand new, it's like, I think it's safe to say that Zora's a kind of a good guy at the moment, so grab him, grab, like, Noelle, grab Mimosa, grab everyone else, and you just fucking run like cowards, because you clearly cannot win this battle right now, not when your own troops are being turned against you, and not when you're clearly this outnumbered and you're just not prepared for this situation. Yeah, the Clover Kingdom got completely fucked by this. There was like, we have just resurrected practically every elf around here, so I want to know exactly what's happening to a lot of them. The one thing I was mainly paying attention to is like when Yuno and like Klaus and all them were being resurrected. It was like I was looking at their like at their markings, and it was like, okay, does any of these like relate to someone like Vito? Does this like relate at all to like Liars, like Mark? Same thing when it goes to like Light and all these characters, and it's like, is there anything that we can kind of get from this, like, for the most part? And it's like, there is a little difference from like the designs on these ones, is that they instead of just having the one marking, like Vito had one cross like kind of half his face. We had as well, Fana had a mark on her. It was always just one. This time they are fully complete, kind of like how like Leets, Patri, whatever the fuck you want to call him at this point and all that, what his kind of design like going for, like, so it's kind of the symbol I guess say is like they're complete and they have fully returned to themselves. So yeah, everyone run. Everyone run. I really like this chapter, and I think this is a nice twist on, like, this isn't just your best friend being, like, because he's not leaving out of his own free will. He just literally got fucking taken out of it from him, for the most part. And he's got Sylph on his side, so that's a concerning part to add on to it. Like, you've got all of these strong warriors, and it's like, yeah, now you're gonna have to start from scratch. Ass is gonna have to make some more allies. He's gonna clearly have to... His 3 main people I think he would like to get back the most is Luck, Gauche, and also as well, like, Yuno being the case. So, really like this chapter a lot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that is all from me. Crazy chapter, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.